Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to do a bow draw and a cross bow draw. These are strokes that are usually done in the front or the bow of the canoe. They're done, if you're paddling tandem, they're done by the front or the bow paddler. If you're paddling solo, they can be done by the solo paddler. Starting off, we want to think about our hand position. So our hand position on our paddle, on the shaft, is going to be kind of like a mid-ish grip, so kind of like, shoulder to elbow. That's kind of grip we want on our paddle to start with. Our body position, we're going to start the stroke facing forwards, and then when we're doing the bow draw, we're going to be turning to our onside, the side we're paddling on. When we're going to do our cross bow draw, we're going to be turning the opposite way. And the purpose of doing a bow draw or a cross bow draw is to help to move the front or wherever you're paddling in your canoe, to move that part of the canoe to the side that you're performing the stroke on. In whitewater, this is something that's really useful to help turn, but it can also help move your boat across sideways within the water, depending upon how you do it. So we talked about body position and we've talked about hand position. So let's talk about the position you start the stroke in. So we start the stroke with our blade vertical in the water. So we're going to make sure that the shaft is fully submerged, the blade is fully submerged, and our shaft is pretty vertical in the water. And you can see that the angle I've got my blade on, it's pretty much parallel to the side or the hull of my canoe. You can see I've got one hand up near my forehead and my thumb's kind of pointing out to the side, and my other hand's here in my mid position. When I'm ready to perform the stroke, or I'm ready to start moving or turning my canoe towards the side this stroke is on, I am then going to rotate the blade of my paddle out away from me. So my thumb starts pointing backwards. And you can see I've got it now on maybe a 20 or 30 degree angle off parallel. So this is starting position. This is when we're getting to the position we want. And that's going to move this side of the canoe this way, out towards the side that you're paddling on. So that's your bow draw. To recover from your bow draw, bring your shaft, your blade around back parallel to the boat and lift it out of the water. That's the bow draw position. Now let's think cross bow draw. So cross bow draw, you're just moving your paddle, keep your hands in the same position, and you're moving it to the other side of your canoe. So to your offside. So we're going to lift it out and around. Thumbs pointing forwards. Blade is entering the water parallel to the hull. When I'm ready to perform the stroke, I'm going to rotate it out so my thumb points out towards the side. Again, about a 20 to 30 degree angle off parallel. That's going to pull the front of the canoe or the side of the canoe around this way a bit. When I'm ready to finish the stroke, I bring it back to parallel with my hull and I can lift it out and return to paddling. This one, you just have to be careful that because the water's moving as you're paddling, you can get a bit of force put on the blade of the paddle, which can kind of pull your shoulders and your elbows around. So try and keep your core muscles kind of nice and strong and tight, and make sure you've got a nice, firm, tight grip on the paddle with both hands. So your bottom hand's going to be really important that you've got a good grip on it. As you're turning the blade like this, it's going to help hold that blade in position, because if you don't hold this tight, what's going to want to happen is it's going to want to pull like this away from you, and you could end up hurting yourself. So make sure you've got nice firm hand grip, make sure your core is really nice and strong, and that's your bow draw and cross bow draw. Paddle forward, and then we'll do a bow draw, paddle forward, and cross bow draw.